Okay, here's the antenna. I covered the bottom of it with double-sided tape. And where we are going to mount it is I'm going to get it up under here, the grill in the hood. I'm going to get it up under here somewhere. So I'm going to have to remove that or loosen it to try to find a decent mounting spot for it. Okay, here's that cover removed from the underside of the hood. It's held on with 4 of these plastic studs. You got to pry them off. And there is no flat surface to easily mount this. There's right here, but you have the light sensor that's there. That's either this will be too fat to fit in there, or it could just block the signal. So I am going to either cut down these ribs here and build it up with some double-sided tape. Over that side might be a little easier, and get it mounted that way. Okay, this is how I mounted it and where I mounted it. I had to clean the plastic off real good with lacquer thinner in order to get the double-sided tape to hold. It should work. It doesn't feel like it's going to go anywhere. It should be permanent. And if it does break loose, I can always easily access it. Okay, so I have it installed in place up there. I wrapped cloth tape around the wire and the hose for the windshield washer. Put the cable around down here, left myself a little loop, hooked up a little bit of corrugated tubing to protect it, and you won't be able to see it in the camera, but all the way down in the corner there is a drain hole. I'm going to pass it through there, and then the wire will come out behind the wheel well. Pass the wire through that hole, and it comes out behind this plastic shield in the wheel well. And this is where I cheat a little. I want to get this done. Is remove the plastic cover that you'll find here under the body, and ran the wire back, and I cleaned this all off with Windex, and I attached it with Gorilla Tape. That stuff is usually pretty permanent, and plus the plastic cover will be on top of it. There's the second half of the plastic cover. I'm going to take that off now and run the antenna wire back to the unit. Okay, now I'm at the final phase here. I'll be able to just wrap everything up, and what you want to do is, after you get the antenna wire over to this point here, before you tape it into the wheel well, you want to slide it back behind the bumper there and then pull it up. And what I did was I ran a wire through this cell phone antenna, and behind there's a little flapper duct for ventilation, and I ran a wire through there, and it'll come out up under here. At that point I was able to hook a string to it, pull it through, and then you pull the antenna wire back behind this heat shield here. You don't want to go over top of the muffler. That'd be asking for trouble. And then I pulled the antenna wire up through, and then there's a bigger hole here. I was able to get it through, and I zip tied everything together, and that is hooked up. And now it's just a matter of putting the whole car back together again, and this job is done. We are testing up good. When you first turn it on, don't panic if it comes up and says searching for signal, and that goes on for like 10 minutes. Eventually it will settle into the preview mode, and that's the only thing I'll be able to pick up right now until I activate it. But this tells me that it is working, and the sound quality is actually very good.